I'm happy to welcome my first guest on the show this morning. He's a geologist with 20 plus years of experience in oil and gas, both domestic and international. He has planned and drilled over 350 wells, unconventional and conventional wells. He's currently president of Denver International Petroleum Society, DIPS, and as well as an entrepreneur. In his spare time, he's a Boy Scout leader and a foster dog parent. Oh, yeah, and he raises chickens.
That's right.
So we have a lot to talk about. Please welcome Tim Rathmann. Tim, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thanks, Steve. Thanks for having me. Thanks, everyone who's listening.
You're working with DIPS right now. You're president of Denver International Petroleum Society.
Right.
How do you see, first off, how long have you been in that position?
Yeah, no, I volunteered to take over for the former president, Kurt Reiser, back in June of 2000, May of June of 2018. And
okay.
It was, I was invited by one of my former mentors and a client. I was invited for my first DIPS meeting back in January of 2018. And I'd never heard of DIPS. And he said, "Hey, I'm going to a DIPS meeting. You want to come with?" I was like, "Sure." And so I went to it, and it was great. I didn't realize it was even a thing because it was sort of an underground, kind of like a Freemasons group. It seemed to me, it's an old guys club, old person's club, really, because there's not just guys in there.
Yeah, sure.
But I was like, wow, I was like, I missed the international scene. I was like, there's a small little group of us here in Denver that have done exploration all over the world. And so I was invited to give the next DIP presentation in May of 2018. And it was based on a project I worked in Lithuania. It was a new ventures project where the Lithuanian government was putting on an oil shale license around. So I got a venture to Vilnius in Lithuania, and I spent a week in a cold core shed, and that was a converted Soviet bunker from the Cold War. So I was underground for a week looking at rocks, but to get back to DIPS, at that meeting, the former president said, "Hey, DIPS is sort of dwindling. I can't run it anymore. Does anybody want to step up?" And it was all silence. And I went home. I was like, this is a great opportunity I never knew it existed. So I said, I'll volunteer to pick it up. And gladly, it was passed over to me. And I saw a lot of gaps, is that nobody knew, like me, nobody knew what DIPS was in town. It's been around for 28 years. A lot of former members have retired or still around. But so I went ahead, I created a LinkedIn page. I created the website.
Wow.
I started marketing and broadcasting with other groups. It's been a bit of a challenge, but I think we finally got momentum going, and we meet once a month. It was at the Wind Coop Brewery in downtown Denver, but now it's all virtual online, and getting some great speakers. And it's really given me the opportunity to meet new people, to network, show other people opportunities to join this group. And most of my members saying, "Wow, I haven't seen that guy in 3 or 4 years, and I haven't talked with him." I was like, "Oh, I should give him a call." And we used to work together, in Egypt or in Indonesia. And I was like, "Cool." I was like, "That's why I'm doing this, is to get the band back together, more or less, and continue this legacy society and get new members in." And right now it's majority geoscientists, but we need to. We're welcome to get engineers back. We want students. We want, anywhere in between, earlier career, mid-career. And it's challenging when you compete with, other societies, when membership dues but working on partnering with RMAG and AAPG, getting our name out there. And it's been great so far. No, it was difficult to get the early career to students in, because I think they're a bit intimidated about the whole international. The past 5-10 years, international exploration has really dwindled, and the interest here in the U.S. has significantly, because it's all been unconventionals. It's all just in geosteering development programs, kind of the manufacturer mode, and a lot of students and new graduates, I think they're curious about it, but they don't quite know how to network in person. Now,
Hmm.
I think we're getting more interest now that we're online, because we used to meet just at the Wind Coop, and if you weren't in Denver, we didn't have the media capabilities to broadcast it or record it. Then you couldn't attend. And but now I'm gaining more interest. I think every month since we started back up in September virtually, I'm gaining about 10, maybe 5 or 10 more participants.
Wow, good for you.
And a couple months ago, the speaker was speaking from Paris, France,
Wow, nice.
and I got a lot of interest in folks overseas now that I want to dial. Of course, the time change is a little bit difficult for folks here
Yeah,
to live
yeah.
one, but we are recording it now.
Okay, well.